Hey guys, it's Monday and I am going live again. Just wanted to, I'm going to go live. I just added Twitter. So to the locations that we're streaming to, we've got somebody in the backstage right now, Ali. I'm going to add you in 1 second. So for you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Ryan Steinelson. I'm the founder of Accelerate Marketing. We are a digital marketing agency that's been around and helping businesses generate a consistent stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads for the past 16 plus years. Man, time's flown by. And we can help you do the same thing. And we do that with 3 different strategies. Number 1 is optimizing Google local service ads. Number 2 is optimizing Google business profile pages. And number 3 is putting those together and actually optimizing both of them with getting the calls answered with AI agents. And I do have a school community. You can see it at the bottom of the page here. We are Google Local Service Ads partner. We are a Google Local Service Ad partner agency. We were asked to be that almost 9 years ago or 8 years ago when they first started. And there's only about 40 such agencies throughout the world, which is not many. And you have to be managing a certain amount of ad spend to be asked to do that. And you have to have people on your team that know what they're doing. This is, why I go live on these workshops is to help business owners and agency owners to generate more consistent lead volume for their businesses. The rules of the game are changing. Even since I started doing these workshops 6 months ago, there has been a dramatic change in the volume of views that businesses are getting on their Google business profile pages. Why? It's because because large language models are garnering a lot of the search volume. So what's happening is people are going, what the large language models are serving up an answer to the person's question. And it doesn't serve up what we're used to seeing, which is a lot of times is the Google business profile pages. What we're seeing is we're seeing Google answer the question that the person is asking. So anyway, I'm going to get into that a little bit today. If you have any questions, you can actually join the meeting. I'm going to post the link to the live video here on all of the social media channels that we're streaming live to, which is 7 of them right now: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm going to add Ali to the stage. Ali, how you doing? You there? Let's see if I can hear you. We got a few people that are on the call here. Ali, do you have any questions? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go through what we have in what I've put together in the title and the description, which is there's a lot of information in there. You'll notice about the large language models. And what I was saying, or like I was just saying, search is rewarding pages that are doing certain things, or they're rewarding businesses rather, that are creating content in a certain way. And I'm going to go through that today in order to help you guys get the most out of Google search, Bing search, and any of the LLM searches so that you show up when somebody does that type of a search, so that you can show up. And like I said in the title, we're going to teach you how to dominate LSA plus AI search in 2025, 30-minute blueprint to outrank and outrespond your competitors. So, there's a lot of changes going on, and I'm going to go through some of these. So let me just go through some of I'm going to start at the beginning here. So there's a lot of changes going on, and I just want to review this stuff. So large language models search rewards pages, and this is what Google is saying, this is what people are saying, that look crystal clear to machines. You need a well-formed entity, a consistent name, address, and phone number, reviews, and licenses. Concise Q&A style content that solves the intent of the searcher in less than 300 words, and schema that labels every element. Engagement signals still matter. Google's own docs confirm review freshness, and 30-second response time feed the SGE demand score. So this is where so your call pickup discipline keeps paying dividends even in AI answers. So what Google's documents are saying, and this is why we actually, we say that it's very important to have AI backing up your intake, because even Google's own documents confirm that not only review freshness, but the 30-second response time matters in terms of the large language model searches, it seems like. So I can go into that in a little bit here, but why LLM visibility matters for local leads. So Google AI overviews now sit above the 3-pack and LSA for many near-me queries, siphoning clicks. I'm going to show you this in real time here. So let me show you what's going on. And if you have any comments, questions, please ask. If you ever, if you want to, you can text the word audit to 619-304-5155. If you're an agency or a business owner and you want us to audit one of your businesses, we'd be more than happy to do that. And you can chat with our AI agent there. You can also go to our school community. It's completely free. There's over 3 hours of free content for you on how to generate pre-qualified, pre-sold leads from the 3 strategies that I had mentioned to you already, including AI. So you just go to school.com, skool.com/local lead labs. And let me show you something. I'm going to show my screen. Okay, so let me look at this. This is a result for a home remodeling company that I found in Destin, Florida, or that I was doing a search for in Destin, Florida. I wanted to show him some of the results. And this is interesting because you can see that I typed in home remodeling Destin, Florida. And what came up here is first choice home improvements, renovation masters, and then here's the large language model or Gemini type. This is Google's Gemini. This is an LLM or AI response. So it says Destin, Florida, and they call this the blue search section. This is why, because it's always highlighted in blue. Destin, Florida home remodeling services offer a range of options for transforming residential spaces, including kitchens, bathroom, and entire homes. Many contractors specialize in high quality work. So look at this. It gives you specific contractors. Here's the services that are available in Destin, and then here are the contractors. So there's almost like a search within a search. So yes, there is the Google local service ads above this LLM result or AI result, thank God, which is something to pay attention to. I've seen this many times. Now, in this article, they said that it was actually that the AI information was actually above the Google local service ads information, and here it's not. So let's see. So I'm typing in installation contractor Miami. So these are this is one of the verticals that we help a lot. And there's no, there's none of that craziness going on. So I'm just going to go contractor Miami. And I want to see what it says. So let me know what you think of this. Okay, so this is interesting. So here's the typical what we see a lot. Google local service ads, top two, right at the top. Then you've got Thumbtack, Angie's List that are paying for leads to their lead generation tools. And then you've got Google Business Profile. You've got a sponsored Google Business Profile page here. They're paying to show up here. And then you've got the organic section. Okay. So what's really interesting here is, so these are other lead generation businesses, just like Google is a lead generation business. You pay to show up here. You pay to get your phone to ring here. Paragon paid to actually have their Google local service ads page show up here. And they paid to have this get a quote button here so that they could actually give somebody a quote. Thumbtack, people or businesses pay to show up in Thumbtack. People pay, or businesses pay to show up in Angie's List. It's imperative for all of these, because what these businesses will do is they'll typically sell your leads, especially if you do the get a quote process, or if you send a message to one of these businesses, then you are going to get put in, you're going to get put into a bucket of other businesses, and whoever gets back to that lead is the one that's going to win it. So it's really important to do that, to get back to them quickly. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how things are changing in the local search results. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you got any questions about it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to go on a little further here. I just wanted to show you an example of what's going on. So Reddit just became, so why LLM visibility matters for local leads. So Reddit just became the #2 most cited source in overviews in LLMs, showing that conversational, experience-based content wins extraction. So when they're talking about extraction, what they're talking about is the LLM or the AI agents extracting the information from the websites or from sources online. So what Google is doing, ChatGPT is doing, Grok is doing, all of these large language models, what they're doing is they're extracting data from the website, but it's got to be conversational and it's got to be experience-based content. And so this is why Reddit just became the #2 most cited source in overviews. Okay. And so it's really important that you guys understand this stuff, that in terms of like just creating content. Microsoft is folding Copilot answers into Bing local panels and maps this summer, giving early adopters an edge. So Copilot answers are basically like answers about the business. And so this is, again, that conversational, not so much experience-based, but just straight to the point answers that Bing is putting into their results for Copilot. So it's very interesting. Perplexity and ChatGPT both surface 3 to 5 web citations. If you're not one of them, your competitors will be. So let's just go to ChatGPT. Let's go to Perplexity and to ChatGPT and do that and see what we see. Share screen. Okay, so let's go to ChatGPT, and I'm going to do a new search. Oops. Jimmy Swaggart. Uh-oh. What happened? Minnesota shooting. Uh-oh. Okay, so contractor, Miami. Thinking. So let's see what, it is not entirely clear if they're looking for something. So this is what's interesting. Best contractors in Miami 2025. Miami General. You can look at the sources. I don't know if you saw that. BBB, the user searched for, but didn't clarify the type. My group, Miami. Look at that. USA Miami contractor. It's got all different sources. Florida contractor license lookup, DBPR. I'm pulling together information on licensing requirements. Looking for a solid, no drama contractor, start by confirming they're properly licensed, insured. Okay. Vet like a pro, scan reputation and recent work. Miami contractors worth shortlisting. Interesting. Notable projects that the core strengths, 50-year track record, custom waterfront mansion, celebrity clientele, MV group, coastal's attainable. I mean, this is very smaller scale GC with A+. So they're literally going and looking at BBB ratings, like we talked about, or multifamily mixed use and value engineering. This gives you some really good insight. Ritz-Carlton, South Beach Reno, that this one did here. And again, look at all these references: Coastal Construction, Link Construction Group, MV Group USA, Coastal Construction, Architectural Digest, scan reputation and recent work, BBB, project photos and client reviews, House, Angie, and even Instagram give you unfiltered look at quality. House, Angie's List for reference. Ask for 3 in progress job sites you can tour. Shady operators usually can't produce them. Okay, that's a good point. I mean, really interesting. I mean, it really does. It's gives you a lot of really good information. So, let's see. So I'm going to do installation. I'm kind of curious to see what it produces here. So while that's working, I'm going to go here and I'm going to let that work in the background and go back to what I was. Okay. So let me go back to workshops. There we go. Okay. So let me, I want to look at this really quick. So there's some really good information here. So, okay. Getting back here to, okay. Where was I at? Okay. So high impact levers to rank in LLM searches: own the entity, consistent name, address, and phone number, which is standard, plus licensing data, feed identical info into GBP and LSA, your website's local business schema, and major directories. And knowledge graph merges these. So knowledge graph, developers, you can go to developers.google.com for more information about that. Review velocity, keep adding fresh 5-star Google star reviews. Google confirms review recency influences AI answer confidence. I agree. This is from SEO.com. Google definitely just confirmed that review consistency and recency, like how soon recently they were posted. Speak answers, rewrite key service pages and question and answer blocks. CXL 2025 AEO study found direct answer paragraphs had 58% higher extraction into AI snippets. So if you've got a service page and Q&A blocks, so if you don't have a service page that are in Q&A type blocks, again, this is about giving answers, then you're going to miss out. So it's like question and answer, like almost like a frequently asked question section. Those are really going to do well in this LLM world. Mine Reddit, Yelp threads, and Yelp threads for how long is it worth it? Phrases, and answer them in plain English. So, what you want to do is Yeah, you're going to Reddit, Quora, Yelp, and you're answering questions like, how much is it and how long is it guaranteed for, etc., or is it worth it to do whatever it is that your service is, and be a contribution on those other stages, on those other assets. That's really a newer strategy. Some people have done it in the past for backlink, but this is literally just to get your business to show up in the search results. So mark it up, add FAQ page, service, and speakable schema. Google's AI, we've heard this it's the third time now for the schema thing. Google's AI docs show structured data, boost preview quality, and lets you opt in to audio overviews. This is really important. So it's really about that schema. You've got to have that FAQ page up, all schema marked up. So if you're using AI to create your website, you want to make sure that you instruct the AI to identify the FAQs with schema markup. So I use, for example, ready.ai, READDY.ai. It's a great tool. I'll show you. I created my my website, and in about one of the websites for actually another company in like an hour and or two, just a mock-up of it with the AI agent, chat agent on there and voice agent on there. And what I didn't do though is I didn't prompt it to say add the schema markup, and it created it in HTML. The website. So include here I'm going to go on. So include geo modifiers, areas served, so models tie you to the query city even when it's not in the keyword. And this goes back to our old strategies, like contractor contractor Miami. I mean, you gotta. It sounds weird, but you gotta put even in your sentences. I'm a contractor in Miami, Florida, and these are the things that, here's our FAQs, or here's one of the questions that I get regularly. Feed fresh signals, publish short how-to clips and transcribe them. LLM scrape YouTube captions and use them as citations. So feed fresh signal, publish short how-to clips and transcribe them. LLM scrape YouTube captions, wow, and use them as citations. So yeah, that's a really, you can just create content. This is the whole, how to YouTube video, a lot of people have been doing that. And they LLM scrape the YouTube captions and use them as citations. It's very good. So update GBP post weekly. And that's interesting. Rightsonics SGE study shows posts less than 30 days old were 2 times more likely to be referenced. So recent GBP posts are getting referenced twice as much. Leverage third-party authority, encourage customers to recount their experience on Reddit or Quora, and then mention your brand plus city. Again, that geo modifier. These forums dominate citation slots in AI answers. Interesting. Secure local news mentions. Weight boost sites quoted by recognized publisher in SGE. Optimize speed and accessibility. Keep the answer 30 call flow. Okay. Google own ranking docs, note, respond, speed, faster demand. Serve pages in 1 second or less. Yeah, speed matters in terms of even serve time of the website. What's new? LLM search, AEO playbook, AI overviews, ChatGPT and Copilot not answer local queries. Now answer local queries before the 3-pack. Yep, I would agree. Google's not doing it, but GPT is, and Copilot is, Yeah, so again, it's turn your site into a knowledge graph node. Q&A blocks, FAQ pages, schema, fresh reviews, citations in AI answers. Do this right, and you'll hijack traffic before users ever scroll. So I agree with all that. So, okay. So a couple things. I wanted to. Oh, yeah. The Google verified GBP as a hard requirement after November 21st, 2024. We know that. All right. I think that, let me just see if we got any questions. Who's on? Okay, we got a few people on. Let me know if you got any questions. I hope this helped today. I really, I've gotten a lot of questions about this, okay, I'm doing Google Business Profile optimization, local service ads to show up in the search results. I want to know how to show up for the LLMs, because they are really showing up a lot more. People are getting their websites are being shown in search results. Like the amount of times that they're actually being shown in the search results is going up, but the clicks are going down. So that's a big change. Search volume is going up. More people are using the LLMs. They're getting traffic. They're getting views. They're getting eyeballs. They're just not getting the clicks, because a lot of times the searcher is getting the result they were looking for in the AI answer. I hope everybody understands that. A lot of people, even I, was confused with the way that people were talking about this. So I want to make sure that you guys understand what this means to your business, because it's a very subtle and very large impact. We're talking 30 or 40% increases in views of people's websites, and a 30 to 40% reduction in traffic. That's a big change. So, I mean, this is in the past 2 or 3, 3 to 4, maybe 5 months. This has been happening. So this is where things are headed. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to, if nobody jumps on, I'm going to wrap this up early today. You can, again, text the word audit to 619-304-5155, or just text us there. Text us and let us know what questions you have. You don't have to text the word audit. You can just text that number. And then you can go to our school community and learn all about this stuff, and then engage in the community at school.com, SKOOL.com/local lead labs. We'd love to answer any more questions for you. Hopefully this was valuable. I do these meetings or these workshops every week on Mondays and Wednesdays at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to keep you guys up to date. There's so many new changes on what is going on out there. And I just want you guys to understand that now is a really good time to adopt the changes that I was just talking to you about, because it's going to keep you ahead of the curve, and it's going to keep that traffic or the visitors to your website up to where you're used to. Okay. Thanks. And let us know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye-bye. And just chat anything or comment, and I'll respond to all questions. All right. Thank you.